Steve Bannon is famously the strategist for, or was a strategist for Donald Trump and for whatever else you think. What he envisioned is kind of what came true. He thought, let's go after the white working class populist center that was the Democrat strength. Combine that with our evangelicals and all the other things, and we'll create this durable voting coalition that's kind of a Trojan horse for these autocratic tendencies. Yes?
Yes, but I think you're looking at it in a very different way than I am. And I think you're looking at it much more the way that modern politicians look at it, as they're trying to build coalitions. And that's actually, if you care, very post-1960, when there was a real revolution in the way people did politics.
Okay.
But what I'm suggesting is that the heart of politics is the way people think about the world. And what Steve Bannon has said and been part of really since Andrew Breitbart died and he took over Breitbart, remember that?
Sure.
He actually changed Breitbart a lot. You know, Breitbart had been a certain kind of thinker. Bannon came in and really turned Breitbart, and this is a long time ago now for a lot of people, and maybe it's worth thinking about him more generally, but he really started bashing women and people of color and talking about them as really inferior. And that was part of an ideology, and it's an ideology that I think we have seen come to the fore. And that is the ideology that we need to reject democracy, because democracy insists that we treat everybody equally before the law. LGBTQ plus people, women, minorities, ethnic and racial and religious minorities.
Right.
And that equality flies in the face of paternalism, especially Christian paternalism run by white men. And Bannon could say, for example, as he was bashing Black Americans or women, that he was not actually prejudiced against them or biased against them. He was actually trying to help them because they would do better in a system where they were subordinate to white male leaders. And I think what you have seen here in this election is the coming together of the tech bros who want to get rid of the kinds of regulations that our government has put in place to make sure we treat people equally before the law, and that you don't treat some people as if they are able to go do whatever. They want to get rid of those regulations, and they have come together with those Christian nationalists who also want to return to a white male Christian patriarchy. And now with autocrats who would love simply to get rid of regulations so that they can run the economy and put money into their own pockets. And that difference in ideology between people who believe that some people are better than others and have the right to rule, and people like me who actually believe that people should be treated equally before the law and have a right to a say in their government, is fundamentally the struggle that we've had throughout our history and that we are seeing now, and that really on Tuesday looks like the democracy side lost.
The old